Evening, everybody. I'll just let more of you join in. Just double check it's gone everywhere I'm expecting it to. Looks like it has. Happy days. Cool. It has gone where I expected it to. Welcome to break number 70. Our first basketball break for a long time, but the first NBA break of the season in the new pro unis. I think Hoops came out on Friday, was it? Wednesday? Friday? I can't remember now. But yeah, so we are breaking this. I know there won't be as many people because there's not as many people involved in the break as there are on our football ones, but obviously we do want to try and do the same as we've been doing with the football stuff. Obviously we won't be random teams on this one, but we might. It's all right. We might switch back to a PYT on the next one we do. Obviously it's a fairly sort of, I always think Hoops is the score of the basketball world, kind of that sort of early season set. But yeah, so we will quickly run through the teams and we'll run the £10 Swift Breaks credit giveaway. Thanks again everyone for getting involved. I know we've been breaking a lot of football because that's where the demand has been, but obviously we do want to try and mix it around as we did have at the start, and we kind of were breaking a bit of basketball, football and a little bit of baseball, so we're going to try and go back to that with the newer stuff coming out with the season kicking off on the other ones. So good evening. So I'm guessing you can hear me, the four of you who are in. So evening, Robert. So yeah, so let's just quickly run through the teams and then we'll do the break credit. So we have Johnny Lewis with the LA Lakers, which was with from a trade, and then ironically the trade below, it was the team below, and Robert Marion got the Golden State Warriors, and now Johnny collects the Lakers, so I think he'll be happy with that. Kev Holcomb got the 76ers, Ashley Tucker with the San Antonio Spurs, Poyan with the Houston Rockets, Jalen Green, is it, for the Rockets? Yeah. Robert Church Cards with the Hornets, but obviously second year as LaMelo. Obviously more happy the next year. Roger Buchan with the Grizzlies, so Johnny Lewis with Timberwolves, Joe Price with the Jazz, and Joe Price with the Trailblazers. Holly Nicholson getting the OKC Thunder, so it's Josh Giddey. Kev Holcomb with the Bulls, Tommy Redgrave with the Raptors, and that's Scotty Barnes. Kev Holcomb with the Mavs, Robert Marion with the Wizards, Cavs with Ashley Tucker. No, it's not Mobley, is it Mobley? The Cavs, Pistons with Poyan, Johnny Lewis with Pacers, not as bad as they were, or have been the last couple of years. I forgot his name in there. Pacers rookie, hopefully we hit him and I can remember it. David Borgin with the Knicks, Poyan with the Kings, Ashley Tucker with the Magic, which is my team, so I know Franz Wagner is lighting up at the moment, and obviously there is Suggs as well, so Magic, good team to have in this set as well. Johnny Lewis with the Heat, David Borgin with the Clip, Ashley Tucker with the Nets, Joe Price with the Bucks, obviously champions. I think there's some champions inserts and bits and bobs for the Bucks. Robert Church Cards with the Nuggets, Poyan with the Celtics, pretty sure that's who Poyan supports, and Poyan also with the Hawks, Robert Marion with the Suns, and Roger Buchan with the Pelicans. So rounding it off. So let's run the giveaway. Let's see how many times we're going. So it doesn't impact on the teams or anything. It is just purely whoever finishes up at the top gets £10 worth of break credit. So we're going 7 times, guys. Let's go. Good luck to everyone. Next round, and the final round. So whoever's at the top gets £10 off break credit, and it is Robert Church Cards with Charlotte Hornets. So Hornets coming out with the £10 break credit there. So that's a bonus for you. added it in just to try and finish up so we could get this one broke tonight, really, guys, because obviously any of NFL guys who are watching will have seen we've got what is currently the latest NFL set to be released in Zenith on deck. So that is our next break, which will drop tomorrow. I'll be breaking tomorrow with you, but probably just to split it up, probably we'll just do one box with a retail and then do another one later in the week, because we do have Mosaic landing on Friday as well. Fingers crossed. Obviously released in the States on Wednesday, so sorry to bore basketball guys with NFL stuff, but yeah, that's kind of our lineup. Hopefully Mosaic on Friday, and Zenith hopefully tomorrow, obviously depending on how quickly it fills. So let's go. That's enough rabbiting on from me. So here is the box. So we got 24 packs, 8 cards per pack. We get one auto in the box. It's the first rookie cards, obviously, of the draft class. Obviously, there has been some, the collegiate stuff, but mainly, obviously, this is the first Pro League, hobby exclusive inserts, Fantastics, Finals MVP champions, and more. So I think, again, it's the back, and then there's all the bits and bobs we can expect. So let's get into it here. So I think from watching a couple of breaks, just to sort of have managed to grab the Magicking one over in the States. I watched that the other day. So mainly, I think it's pretty much we get an insert and a rookie in every pack, I think, give or take. They are some of the inserts, as always with hoops stuff. The inserts are pretty cool. As always. Right then, there is the empty box. Let's just count up. Make sure we get the 12 and the 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Just in time for the main event, Johnny. And missed me rabbiting on for 6 minutes on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we're good to go. I've got my top loaders, got my sleeves, so let's pop those back. I'm half happy with the back haul anyway. The setup, but as always I do generally moan about it as the break goes on. So there we go. Dump the packs there because my bin is full in it. So here we go for the Thunder. Look at the base cards. Always nice photos, nice design as always. Hopefully you can hear me and it's not just silence. Against Dort for the Thunder. I'm going to be flipping around from memory. Aaron Baines for the Raptors. Chris Middleton for the Bucks. Kennard for the Clippers. Danny Ave for the Wiz, second year. Cameron Johnson for the Suns. And then our first insert, I think it's a rookie insert, is for the Charlotte Hornets. We have a Who's Next of James Bouknight. So I can see if it's going to go top 10, if not top 5, and ended up in 11. So 11th overall pick, James Bouknight for the Hornets. And then here's one of the guys we would have been looking for, or are looking for. Don't knock it over, John. Here's Scotty Barnes for the Raptors. He's been attracting a lot of attention, obviously, in this weird COVID year with basketball. Obviously, lots of players playing. Obviously, a lot of G League and rookies getting a lot more time than normal. Scotty Barnes is one that's really impressed for the Raptors. pack numero 2. So Joe Harris for the Nets, Fred Van Vliet for the Raptors, Bobby Portis for the Bucks, Zach LaVine for the Bulls, Julius Randle for the Knicks, Kawhi the Guy for the Clippers, and we have a hollow behind it. Flip it over. And it's for the Miami Heat. It's Bam Adebayo, and it is numbered. And it's a low number. It's to 25. Yeah, 22 of 25, Bam Adebayo for the Heat. Not a bad hit. I think that's Johnny from memory. Johnny Lewis. Yeah, nice one. 22 of 25, artist proof. Insert Bam Adebayo. Nice low numbered. And there we go. Yeah, it was Johnny. And then for the Nuggets, we have Bones Highland. Oh, Bones Highland. I have to admit, not heard much of him. No, BCU there. So for the Pels, Devontae Graham. Klay Thompson made his return on Sunday, wasn't it, from injury for the Warriors. Fourth year Luka Doncic for the Mavs. Second year Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. There's the base, Bam Adebayo. That's all we've got. And then we've got purple. It's for the Kings. It's a Marvin Bagley, the third. I don't think the purples are numbered. But no, one of the purple inserts for the Kings, Marvin Bagley. See, former Blue Devil. I always doubt myself when I make statements. Yeah, former Blue Devil from Duke, Marvin Bagley, purple. I think another Blue Devil. Yep, Jalen Johnson. Rookie for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a rookie pack, insert pack after all the base. We will obviously be changing around as we go through. As ever. There you go. Can just about see Jalen there. Empty pack, and then Jojo Embiid for Sixers, and Otto Porter Jr. See in his Magic kit, but for the Golden State Warriors. Boban for the Mavs, Royce O'Neal for the Jazz, Doug McDermott for the Spurs, PJ Tucker for the Heat, and then for the Clippers, and now playing rookie insert of Keon Johnson for the Clippers. This is where, obviously, with opening so much NFL, kind of I've got to know everyone, and now it's obviously but didn't at the start, fresh rookies. And then that's a nice one for the Thunder. Probably with the Thunder, that's the one you're looking for. Josh Giddey, he has been tearing it up. And I think if we're in Australia, because he's Australian, I think there'd be That would have been the team everyone was after. Josh Giddey. Take down the Bagley. So welcome to the 8 of you watching it. Now we've had a couple of new joiners to the group this afternoon, thanks to Andy Dockrell of Brit Breaks, obviously advertising our Zenith NFL break. So thanks to Andy for shouting us out, really do appreciate it. Kendrick Nunn for the Lakers. Did not know Kendrick Nunn was at the Lakers. There you go. It shows how out of touch I am with basketball this season. Tristan Thompson for the Kings. Jason Tatum for the Celtics. Norman Powell for the Trailblazers. We have Kyle Anderson for the Grizz. Monty Morris for the Nuggets. And then we have for Philadelphia 76ers, we have Ben Simmons City Edition. See, I saw all the rumours. I don't think he's played yet, has he? I don't think he's took the court yet. But he's dating Maya Jama, so fair play to him. Ben Simmons City Edition, pop down there for now. And then rookie for the Clippers, we have Brandon Boston Jr. I think they were looking at trying to trade Ben Simmons, weren't they? I don't think. See, a player with fantastic talent, but just hasn't quite clicked. Obviously, I think it was that in the playoffs, was it last year? Where he just didn't quite. Was it when he pulled up a layup or pulled up a shot? I can't remember which way around it was now. Anyway, Tyrese Halliburton for the Kings, second year Halliburton. Peyton Pritch for the Celtics. Isaac Okoro, second year for the Cavs. Mason Plumlee for the Hornets. John Collins for the Hawks. Dylan Brooks for the Grit. And then we have another purple. And this time it's for the Mavs. Not probably the Mavs guy we were looking for. It would have rather that been nice purple Luka. Instead, we have a Tim Hardaway Jr. for the Mavs. I think purple the hobby only, so hobby only insert for the Mavs. And then our rookie is the OKYC Thunder, and it's Aaron Wiggins. Wiggins. I'm going to take a spot up on my back wall at the moment. Keep them, might switch them out in a bit. There he is, my guy Cole Anthony. Even though he was a North Carolina Tar Heel, I'm a Duke basketball fan, but he's burning it up for the Magic. Cole Anthony. Carmelo Anthony for the Lakers. Knew he was at the Lakers. De'Aaron Fox for the Kings. Onyeka Okongwu for the Hawks. Terry Rozier for the Hornets. Brandon Clark for the Grizz. We have another purple. It's time for the Spurs, and it is Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. Is that second year Keldon Johnson? Yeah, I think so. Keldon Johnson. And then our rookie for the Clippers is a Jason Preston. Again, not a guy I'm familiar with. He resembles Lonzo LaMelo Ball. Wow. Interesting. No. Suppressing. And then we have Ennis Cantor for the Celtics, Kevin Love for the Cavs, Eric Gordon for the Rockets, Joker MVP for the Nuggets, Domantas Sabonis for the Pacers, Lauri Markkanen for the Cavs, and then that's the insert, Kawhi Leonard Prime Twine for the Los Angeles Clippers. A bit of vet love on the back wall. Go with again. And we'll take down Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. I'll pop up Kawhi the guy. And then for the 76ers, Charles Bassey. Shirley's son. 5 behind. This is where I wish you could kind of, as I was talking, my computer could pick up what I'm talking about and could give me some more information about it. It made me realise I need to spend a little bit more time looking at NBA. Ricky Rubio for the Cavs. He's out for the year now, isn't he? Dame Dollar for the Blazers. Jonas Valanciunas for the Pelicans. Karis LeVert for the Pacers. Kobe White for the Bulls. That's not the auto. Mitchell Robinson for the Knicks. And then have our next. Who we got next? And that is a Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. So we have the base rookie of Jalen Johnson, and then the insert who got next. I think he shut it down, didn't he? I think towards the end of last year for Duke, I think, from memory. I'll swap out Keon Johnson. We took Jalen Johnson down, popping him back up again. And then we have Isaiah Livers for the Pistons. Not the Pistons guy we're looking for, because he's Cade Cunningham. He has, yeah. He's got Isaiah Livers. Pistons. And then Kristaps, Theo Maladon, Jaylen Brown, Lonnie Walker, Tyler Herro, Robert Covington. These are cool looking insert. I remember from watching these. Kind of a bit old school, and it's for the 76ers, and it's another Ben Simmons. So another Simmons insert. Zero gravity, yeah, I've seen those on a couple of breaks now, or funky looking inserts. Take that. Let's take it, take down Bones, pop that up just because I do like the look of an insert, funky looking insert. And then for the Houston Rockets, again, not the Rockets rookie we wanted, Alperen Sengun. So I'm pretty sure it's Jalen Green for the Rockets, I think. Yeah, Alperen Sengun. I was going to start talking about the NFL, but so that's my NFL break, so that for tomorrow. There we go. There's that guy who is just unageable. LeBron James for the Lakers. Wendell Carter for the Magic, Sadiq Bey for the Pistons, Kevin Huerter for the Hawks, Steve Adams for the Grizz, Justin Holiday for the Pacers, and we got one of the road to the finals insert, and that is for the 76ers. So 76 are doing very well on the inserts. It's numbered. Tell you what, if we were doing a high serial number, this one, if it would have been higher, numbered at 2021 with 250 at 2021. Road to the final. Just need to pop it down and open up another pack on top loaders. Good old Jojo. Start the debate about LeBron or MJ is the greatest of all time. And then for the Hawks, we have Sharif Cooper. I think it's the same as kind of, they're in two different eras, weren't they? Jordan and LeBron. Obviously, it's very hard to compare. Obviously, you've got the Messi and Ronaldo debate in football, which is a little bit easier because they've both played in the same sort of generation. Yeah, 76ers are having a break. They are. Is it 3 of the inserts, I think? And then Zion for the Pellies. So he's not touched the court yet, so a lot of the hobby sweating on Zion, which as a Duke fan I could have predicted because he had dodgy knees when he was at Duke, and it's kind of carried on. Darius Bazley for the Thunder, Devin Booker for the Suns, Obi Toppin for the Knicks, Marcus Morris for the Clippers, Bradley Beal for the Wizards, and then we have an insert, kind of giving it away. It's for the Warriors, so it's going to be Kuminga. That's a nice one for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga. I would say well, I can drop it anytime I want really, because I've got the boxes. Because obviously I don't like dropping the box. I don't like dropping breaks unless I've got the box in hand. The exception I ever did was Spectra, just because I knew it'd take a long time to fill. It'll be around lunchtime tomorrow, Robert. Sort of somewhere between 12 and 2. Try and give you a chance to fill tomorrow. Anyway, Trey Mann for the Thunder. But yeah, give it a chance. See if we can break it tomorrow, because then Friday we'll probably be having should get Mosaic, and then maybe that will break Saturday potentially. But yeah, around somewhere between 12 and 2. But I'll drop a couple of warning posts, so hopefully we can catch it. Just depends on how work flitters out for me tomorrow. I've got Brook Lopez for the Bucks. There he is again. Ben Simmons for the 76ers. The Human Torch, Terrence Ross for the Magic. Jordan Clarkson for the Jazz. DeAndre Ayton for the Suns. And then DeAndre Hunter. Obviously 2 ways of spelling DeAndre. For the Hawks. Cameron Johnson for the Suns. And that is a red back. I forgot about these. That's a red back insert. See that up. And then we have a Corey Kispert for the Wizards. Yeah, the first, obviously, kind of, we've emerged a pattern with what happens on our NFL breaks. Is there's a certain cluster of probably 10, 15 teams that probably go within the first minute. And
and then there's a, we always end up with the Saints. The Titans generally is our last two teams. It's I think I would say over 50% of our breaks, the Saints and the Titans are our. Let's just double check out Mr. Red back in here. I don't think I have. Let's sort it actually on the camera. Always forget about the red backs. Always a sneaky one. Doesn't look like it because it was in the space of the insert, so it's kind of not an extra insert. It's kind of classified as one of the inserts. But yeah, so it's a red back. Obviously, with how Mac is playing, we did used to have. There was a period in time when the Patriots would take a little bit of time to be claimed, but obviously with Mac and obviously them making the playoffs. Shy for the Thunder. There he is. LaMelo, second year LaMelo Ball for the Hornets. Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons. Nicholas Batum for the Clip. Thomas Bryant for the Wizards. Mike Conley for the Jazz. Tristan Thompson, and that's going to be a red back as well. Yeah. Tristan Thompson. And then Davion Mitchell, which I think Davion Mitchell is a good one. Yeah, it's kind of, because you don't really see it, do you, when you watch a lot of the US breakers. They just sort of whiz through and you don't really know it is. But yeah, so good old Tristan Thompson red back on that one. So it was in the insert spot here. And then for the Kings, Davion Mitchell. Yeah, put up Davion. So who am I going to take down? Kawhi, he's had his time. Let's go Davion. Get the rooks up at the back. Obviously, the numbered Bam. Because wasn't it in Hoops last year? You got pretty much every single rookie in the pack. Obviously, they've changed it better this year. Reggie Bullock for the Mavs, but there's also 2 autos last year from memory as well. Buddy Hield for the Kings. Josh Richardson for the Celtics. Kelly Oubre for the Hornets. Desmond Bane for the Grizzlies. So he attracted a lot of attention with his play this year. Cat for the Timberwolves, and a nice one for the Celtics. A jam-tastic of Jason Tatum. So it's a nice one for the Seas. It's one of the hobby exclusive inserts. That is a nice looking card. And obviously a good player in Jason Tatum. So I know that's probably one of the reasons why Poyan kept the Celtics to get as insert. That's a nice one for the Seas. Who do I take there? Let's take there. Jalen Johnson. Nice jam-tastic Tatum. And then the rookie for the Knicks is Miles McBride. Yeah, I think from memory last year you got a rookie and then a vet. I did open a box of Hoops last year for myself. Miles McBride for the Knicks, yeah. So fingers crossed, yeah. There will be the better autos in. Fingers crossed. Yeah, we have Chris Boucher for the Raptors. Second year RJ Hampton for the Magic. Again, playing well for the Magic. Russ for the Lakers. Derek White for the Spurs. Jimmy Buckets for the Heat. Gordon Hayward for the Hornets. And then have for the Clippers, that's another nice insert for the Clippers. What is that in the back of the keeper? I think this is one of those hobby exclusive ones that's talking about on the side of the box. Hypnotise, there you go. That's what it's trying to say in the back. Yeah, that's a nice one for the clip of Kawhi the guy. Yeah, the NFL went crazy this year, obviously, and especially because all of the rookies are playing. Let's take down Kuminga, pop up Kawhi, and then for the Hornets, we have a James Bouknight. For the Hornets. Yeah, I say it's mad that how late the 2021 stuff has come for basketball. Anyway, it's kind of only been for what, probably the best part of a third of the season, and they're still pumping out 2021 stuff. But we still haven't had Flawless. We still haven't had some of the bigger sort of high range sets for 2021. So it's interesting, and I think they'll be all tail-ended. I suppose it's COVID related, isn't it? Well, that's what they'll be blaming anyway, like most places. Drummond for the Sixers, Chef Curry for the Warriors, Dorian Finney-Smith for the Mavs, Kyle Kuzma for the Wizards, Jalen Smith for the Suns, Jacob Poeltl for the Spurs, and then for the Grizzlies, a nice Ja Morant high voltage. That is a nice card as well. Obviously, we're all magpies and suckers for shiny cards, but that is a nice looking insert. Again, carries over sort of a standard hoops insert, is high voltage, but nice one. At least the rookies are in the like combine jerseys, like they are for some, even some of the late sets for NFL. Nice one, Ja Morant. Let's take down the Tatum. I keep some rookies up there, can't just have vet love at the back. For the Spurs, Joe Whitescamp, rookie. I suppose I could take down the Ben Simmons one, actually. That'll probably be the next one down. It's not shiny, is it? Joe Whitescamp for the Spurs. Which one? Which one, Robert? That was a mix of comments, so I don't know what I was talking about. As I just witter on for most of the time. Jarrett Allen for the Cavs, KPJ for the Rockets, Thomas Satoransky for the Pels, TJ Warren for the Pacers, Alonzo for the Bulls, Emmanuel Quickley for the Knicks, and then for the Heat, we have a zero gravity of Bam Adebayo. So we're doubling up on the Bam Adebayo inserts as well. Heat doing all right. The top loader's got to the point where it's about to fall over, so let's swap zero gravity Ben Simmons, zero gravity Bam. Down. And then for the Grizz, a Santi Aldama. Santi Aldama for the Grizz. Santi Aldama, nothing better than a cooking and breaking or watching breaks. I've done it a few times. Harrison Barnes for the Kings, Dennis Schroeder for the Celtics, he's been around a bit, Cedi Osman for the Cavs, Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Grizz, Jeff Green for the Nuggets, Malcolm Brogdon for the Pacers. And then for the Lakers, we have a high court insert of Anthony Davis. So, a nice Lakers insert, probably not the one you were looking for, Johnny. I prefer that to be LeBron James. Cool. I think Dennis, I think he's needed to find a home with Schrodinger. And then one Toscano Anderson rookie. Wasn't he last year? I was going to say, I'm sure. So it's his first. He was on the Warriors last year, I was going to say. And it's obviously his rookie. It's his first hoops card. One Toscano Anderson, because I was going to say he played, from memory, he played pretty well last year. Well, you can always flip the AD site and try and get move it towards the LeBron insert anyway. I always get nervous at this point because we haven't had the auto yet. Hopefully it's here soon. Ken Rich Williams for the Thunder. Kmart Jr. for the Rockets. AD for the Lakers. Duncan Robinson for the Heat. CJ McCollum for the Trailblazers. Trae Young for the Hawks. And we have a Twine time insert of CJ McCollum for the Trailblazers. CJ McCollum for the Blazers. And then Herbert Jones for the Pels. Big Herbie. Not Justin Herbert though. Obviously, Chargers bottling it potentially against the Raiders. And then Fultz for the Magic. Not played a game yet this season. Jeremy Grant, and to be fair, the way Cole Anthony's playing, will he get a game? I'm not sure. Jeremy Grant for the Pistons. Paul Millsap for the Nets. Miles Turner for the Pacers. Vooch for the Bulls. Oh, and that is auto, guys. Put that there. I'll do that at the end of this pack. And then that's the guy, Chris Duarte for the Pacers. A nice rookie behind it. So Chris Duarte, who got next? That was a guy for the Pacers. I think he's been playing pretty well. And then that's the guy who I've been looking for the Rockets, Jalen Green. Stick him up at the back, take down Giddy, and pop up Josh Green. And I'll do the autograph next, rather than saving it to the end. I don't think it was a monster. So Vooch, I'll bring this trusty spacer. Swap that around there. It's going to be the Vooch base. And it is for the Grizzlies. And it is Jarrett Culver for the Grizzlies. It is going to go to the Grizzlies because that is the team that is mentioned. I assume he has been traded to the Grizzlies. So Jarrett Culver. Hot signatures for the Memphis Grizzlies. So there is our auto, guys. I think he's Jarrett Culver, third year. Is it second? No, it's not second year, is it, for Culver? So third year with the Grizz. Confusing because he is in the T-Wolves, as what we were saying earlier. Jarrett Culver. We'll swap him out for Davion Mitchell. Pop him over there. There is the auto, guys. Not an inspiring autograph, but whoever had the Grizz. It's an auto. Jay Sean Tate for the Rockets. Kira Lewis for the Pels. Boku for the Thunder. Patrick Williams for the Bulls. Derrick Rose for the Knicks. Bledsoe for the Clippers. And then we have for the Rockets an Usman Garuba. What are you thinking of doing with the Mac, Robert? Usman Garuba. You're going to grade that one. And then Isaiah Jackson for the Pacers. Two packs left to go, guys. And we have Chris Paul for the Suns, Josh Jackson for the Pistons, Tobias Harris for the 76ers, Rui for the Wiz, Joe Ingles for the Jazz, DeJounte Murray for the Spurs, and one for the Nets coming up next. High Court, and it's a nice one. A silver Kevin Durant, or a hollow Kevin Durant. Nice one for the Nets. Obviously, with all their stars, generally start to open up. That's probably not many rooks. Loaded, obviously, Harden, Durant, obviously Irving there back playing in the road games. Swap him out for Bam. And then our rookie for the Pels is a Trey Murphy III. Trey Murphy III. Alright, guys, last pack. Good luck to any of you who hasn't hit anything or insert or whatnot. Let's see if we can let's get a big one in the last one. DeAndre Jordan for the Lakers, Goran Dragic for the Raptors, Donnie Mitch for the Jazz, RJ Barrett for the Knicks, Paul George for the Clippers, Davis Bertans for the Wiz, and then a Moses Moody now playing for the Warriors. And then final rookie is for the Rockets. So we just had his insert, and it's a Usman Garuba for the Rockets. So that is it, guys. The end of our first basketball break of the 21-22 season. So let me just pop the base. So there, right. Quick whiz through the top loaders, of which there are a fair few. 48 top loaders, is that right? Yeah. Usman, Garuba, Moody, Murphy, Bam insert, Jackson for the Pacers, Garuba again, Davion for the Kings, Josh Giddey for the Thunder, Chris Duarte, Herbert Jones, CJ McCollum, Toscano Anderson for the Warriors. Warriors did good. Did alright. Lakers for the Davis, Aldama for the Grizz, Simmons, Spurs rookie. Nice. That's probably one of my favourite ones. Jamtastic Jason Tatum. James Bootnight for the Hornets. Jonathan Kuminga for the Warriors. Miles McBride. Jalen Johnson. Kawhi insert. The redback Tristan Thompson. And the redback Cameron Jordan. Corey Kispert rookie. Trey Mann. James Bootnight. And Sharif Cooper. And then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid road to the finals, numbered. Sengun, Bones Highland, Zaya Levers, Keon Johnson, Charles Bassey, Jalen Johnson, Jason Preston, Keldon Johnson, purple, Aaron Wiggins, Tim Hardaway, purple, Brandon Boston, City Edition, Ben Simmons, carried on the Ben Simmons, and Marvin Bagley the third. And then we have another one of my faves, Ja Morant High Voltage, the High Court KD, and then the Hypnotised Kawhi Leonard. Nice hollow inserts, and then 2 rookies on the back wall still, Scotty Barnes for the Raptors and Jalen Green for the Rockets. Then we have the numbered to 25 Bam Adebayo, which is a nice hit. And then the autograph, slightly disappointing, didn't get a rookie. It's not a second-year player, it's a third-year player in Jarrett Culver, even though he very clearly in his Wolves jersey he does go to the Grizzlies, as that is the team he's on this season. So that wraps it up, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Thanks for the fill on this one. I said it before, we will be back with a NFL break and looking at Mosaic for the end of the week. So catch you all later. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See ya.